We gotta go Blake's first choice.
Yes, my choice was the Shinning.
The Shinning.
Yeah. This is another poster, kind of like Chopping Mall, that really doesn't give you much as far as what is in the movie. Um, I have the artist who created the poster is Saul Bass, who's a very famous movie poster artist. He
Oh
did
yeah.
like a lot of the famous movie posters from that time period. And I have a book that is just all about his like history of making movie posters, and it has a bunch of the sketches for other ideas that he had submitted to Stanley Kubrick for this poster. And this one is probably the most like abstract idea and the one that gives the least information about the movie, which I thought was really interesting that that's the one they chose, because there was another one that is like a hand coming out of the ground with like Danny's tricycle on it in like the palm. And there was another one that was like the hedge maze. So like he had these other ideas that were pretty like pretty clear as to what part of the movie they were referencing. Whereas this one is just like this very bizarre, almost like alien looking face and just
Yeah.
the text. And it's like the simplicity is what I love so much about it.
Yeah. Saul's work is definitely super timeless and a good example of when being minimalistic pays off, other than every big corporation these days doing that shit. Back then, like this makes more sense to me. Like this, and I love the Vertigo poster he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
It just to me, this is simplicity at its finest. We in design, we talk about a social hierarchy we have in composition. It's very clean cut, straightforward. You have your tagline at the top. It's setting you up for the scene. It's shoving the logo in your face. And again, it doesn't give you too much, but it gives you just enough to like be creeped out and interested. It's like, who the fuck is this face? I love like the pointillism on it.
Yeah.
I think
Even
I
not knowing what the face is, you can look at this poster and immediately know it's a horror movie,
yeah.
which is really, it just speaks to like how powerful the image is.
Yeah. And then you just lay the classic A Stanley Kubrick film, and then just basic credits. Yeah, to me that's it. That's like that is an A+ example of simplistic design done
Yeah.
right.
Which is what he was so like famous for.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's good. And the yellow, even though yellow is not one of my favorite colors, it works.
Yeah. And again, even that, like The Shining has a lot of very distinct colors, specifically red. So it's
Right.
very interesting that they went with a yellow poster.
Yeah.
It's also funny looking at like the drafts that are in the book. There's like little notes from Kubrick that looking at them, I'm sure you would also appreciate, like as the artist and designer, looking at them drives me insane because they're very much like annoying client notes. I wish I
Yeah.
pulled the book out so I could read some of them, but it was all like very so much stuff that if I was him would be like so pissed off that that was the comments that he was making.
Oh God.
He
Yeah.
did a lot
I
of drafts before they came to this.
I can imagine. I mean, yeah, so sometimes it does take that long, but it is such a struggle when you are the artist and you're like, I know you want it to be your perfect vision, but what's collab, you know?
Yeah.
That's- but that's
But it worked
funny. I'd
out.
like to see that. It worked
Yeah,
out
I gotta
though.
pull that book out.
It worked out for sure. Yeah. Great, great example.